Hi, this is Jeff Eisman, Solution Engineer at Esri. Today we're looking at using ArcGIS mobile and workforce tools. And as we look at this stormwater example, it's important to note that this workflow can be used for many other uses, some of them including condition assessment. It can also be used for inventory management. It can be used also for environmental review and inspection, and work order fulfillment, just to name a few. So as we start looking at this workflow, we start seeing some of the key points and uses that remain consistent. Some of them are to avoid penalties and comply with regulatory requirements. The second key point is to be able to find, inspect, record, and fix your assets faster, no matter what assets those might be. And the third is to help streamline reporting, whether that be internally reporting or externally reporting. So let's go ahead and get started. So you're looking at a dashboard that contains our inspection process. And it's important to note that this dashboard is up to date in real time as far as what's happening in the field. And it is also fully configurable, just like everything else I'll show you today, as well as it is ready out of the box, just like everything else I'll show you today. So let's start at the bottom right-hand side of our inspection process. So like I said, these are in real time, and it shows the percent complete that we have right now. We have total failed inspections at the top, and maintenance number and public reports ready to go. So if we go to the left-hand side, we have a drop-down list that filters the map based on asset type. You can see that once those are selected, the numbers change. We can select each asset, and it will zoom into that asset and blink with a purple circle. And you can, if we keep going, it shows you the inspection detail, and it also shows the inspection history. So we can look at past reports, and this is based on the asset ID that is consistent across all applications. So we can access those. So if we click on the asset again, it will zoom us out, and we can select another asset type, and it will filter the map based on that asset type and update the numbers all the way to the right or to the left. And then the right will update as well. So if we keep going, we can see that this gives us a real up-to-date look. So let's move on to the inspection and maintenance assignment tool. So this will actually allow us to assign either an inspection or maintenance based on the assignment type. If we go down, we can select priority, due date, time, and here's that asset ID I mentioned that is consistent across all applications. We can either enter a description that will give instructions to the person in the field. But let's go ahead and save it. And this will send a notification out to our mobile worker. And now I'm going to change roles actually to that mobile worker. I'm bringing up the dashboard so we can look at some of the numbers as they change in real time. But here's our mobile inspection tool on the iPad. And I've got a new high priority assignment coming in. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So if we click on the top, we can view the assignment. We can start it so the manager knows that I have received it. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and take that survey. So we just click Survey Assignment, which brings up our mobile inspection form, Survey 123. As you can see, the asset ID is already populated for us, which is consistent. We pick the asset type. We're going to go ahead and fail this inspection and say that we do need maintenance and type in some maintenance detail on that. So let's go ahead and type in that it's a clog drain. Okay, I want to take a picture of that to show what's going on in the field from my camera. And I'm going to sign it, so letting them know that I actually did perform this and send this. Now this does a couple things. It's going to update the dashboard, and it's also going to send a notification to the maintenance. So let's go ahead and switch gears again to the community engagement piece. So I'm a member of the public, and I want to submit a problem. I go to my hub site that the city runs, and I see that they can submit a report. Review report is what happens after I submit it, and they complete the work, and then they can update me. So let's go ahead and take that survey. So what this does is bring up another mobile survey form. It's got the date populated, and I can enter my name and email and the location of the problem that I see. And if I'm on my mobile device, this would be automatically updated by my GPS. So I'm pretty sure it's an outlet, and no maintenance needed, but I do see that there's a spill or some sort of weird thing at this location. So I'm going to type in a description, and I'm going to say that there's a green sludge coming out of this outlet. I'm going to take a picture of this gross green sludge and submit that. Once submitted, this sends out a notification to the maintenance department, and they can either go out and fix the spill, or they can investigate it further using this upstream trace tool that is out-of-the-box functionality as well. So how this works is we enter in the address of the spill that was reported to us by the public, and we run a process called an upstream trace tool, which will take a look at all our stormwater assets and figure out what assets are upstream from this, possibly causing this spill. Now, what we have returned configured for this demonstration is our mains. We can see all the mains that could participate in that. And we also see our inlets, so we can get the asset IDs of those and investigate. But more importantly, we can look at these businesses that are upstream. And this is important for two reasons. We can either warn them of an environmental issue, or we can investigate further on trying to find the cause of this issue for our maintenance department to go out and take care of. And this data, this data that we're getting back on these businesses, can also be sent to a third party to investigate as well, or even to the EPA if there is an environmental issue that needs to be reported. So it helps us find these faster. As we finish up this stormwater example, we were able to show how ArcGIS mobile and workforce tools can help any organization avoid penalties and to comply with regulatory requirements, while also showing how to find those assets, inspect them, record those findings, and fix assets faster and more efficiently using mobile tools. And finally, this workflow can help any organization streamline reporting by using real-time data updates to monitor inspection and maintenance progress.